All right, we are recording. So first off, I just wanted to thank you all for hopping on the call with us tonight. This is something that we do about once a month. We like to take the opportunity to kind of share a little bit about what it is we do as coaches. Many of you are or have been in challenge groups with us in the past. So you kind of know what the whole challenge group experience is like, and you sort of see what we as coaches do on a daily basis. But of course, there's definitely more that goes on behind the scenes. So we kind of, coaching is, I know I speak for myself, but I probably also speak for the rest of the members of our team when I say coaching is, such a blessing in my life, in our lives. And so it's something that we do like to share frequently because we believe that, it might have the power to be a blessing in your life too. If you just learn a little bit more about it, maybe see what it is. Maybe it's something, maybe it's the thing that you have been looking for. So what I'm going to do to kind of guide our call tonight is I'm going to pull up a PowerPoint presentation here real quick that's just going to kind of guide me along. And there's Cooper, of course. And we will go ahead, and I hope all of you can see this. There we are. And we will get started. So obviously, once again, welcome to our coaching opportunity presentation call tonight. To begin, I just want to kind of let you guys know what we are going to be covering on this call. You probably have questions, and you should have questions. I know we all did when we got started. But this is just going to give you a little taste of what we're going to be talking about tonight, and I will open it up for questions at the end. But maybe there's something that you have in mind already that you're thinking about, and maybe you see it on the list here, and just rest assured that we're probably going to cover it. We're going to talk about who is Beachbody, what a coach does, what a coach doesn't do. We're going to talk about how to earn money, how you get started, the time investments, if there's any fees involved. We're going to run through a couple common coaching myths. That's a tongue twister. And some things about being a salesperson or having tons of friends on social media, being at a certain weight or at a certain level in your fitness journey, having to have educational background or requirements to be qualified to do this, and kind of what's next if it's all sounding good and you want to join our team. So let's dive in, shall we? First of all, who is Beachbody? I feel like most of you on the call, at least the ones of you that I know, you already know the answer to this. Beachbody is a leader in at-home fitness programs. You know it from everything from the old school P90Xs and Insanities, Turbo Fires, all the way up to the new stuff, the stuff that's kind of hot and popular right now, the 21-day fix and the hammer and chisel, size, core to force, all of those things. Beachbody is known for bringing world-class programs, world-class trainers, and world-class workouts right into your home. Beachbody programs are constantly mentioned on TV and fitness magazines, talk shows, news articles, and things like that. And it's because, these things work. There's a reason that there are, celebrities doing these workouts. Tony Horton makes workouts for Usher when he's on tour. Missy Elliott has credited Shaun T and T25 with her loss of over 100 pounds. Demi Moore, Taylor Lautner, Brett Favre, all of these people, all these celebrities, the famous people, have done P90X at some point in their career. So, there's a reason that Beachbody programs tend to get a lot of hype, and it's pretty much because they're the best. So what does a coach do? A coach is basically, just to give you guys a little bit of background, Beachbody, when it was launched, it didn't have the coaching opportunity. This wasn't a thing back then. But Beachbody realized that there were people out there doing the workouts at home. They were getting really great results with them. They were liking the way they made them feel. And they were telling their friends about these programs. And their friends were going out and buying the program then, right? So you can probably see where I'm going with this in the evolution of the coaching opportunity. Beachbody realized aha, we have these people, these ambassadors, these believers in our product that are already spreading the word. And it's sort of where the coaching opportunity was born from. They evolved it from there. So a coach, is somebody who is committed to their own health and fitness journey. You can, first of all, be anywhere along the journey. You don't have to be a fitness professional or a model or a nutritionist or anything like that. You're just somebody that's on your journey. You're leading by example. You're being a human, and you are using the Beachbody products and programs along your way to help you out in your journey. Beachbody coach is somebody that inspires others and helps those who want to be helped. We do this, you probably see your coach doing this, positively sharing on social media, holding online accountability groups. We're like other people in that we're committed to improving our health, our fitness, our nutrition, but we are unlike other people in that we share our journey in the hopes that it's going to inspire someone. Think about your coach. Maybe something that she posted at one point or another inspired you to start, to restart, to take action, whatever the case may be. So although it might be scary at first, you will be, Katie and Michelle, I don't know if anyone else has the power to mute participants, or if everyone who's on can use the bottom left corner of their screen to mute. I think I'm getting a little bit of feedback here. So as I was saying, although it might be scary to do this, the sharing part of this whole thing at first, you'll be absolutely amazed at people who seemingly kind of come out of the woodwork and start to show some interest when you start sharing your story. Whether it's a post you made about your workout or a new healthy dinner recipe you made, people will start to get intrigued. They like to see that positivity. And then basically, through the online fitness groups, that's kind of how it's the vehicle that we use to help those people. The group atmosphere is something that you probably already have experience with, but it's something that kind of, makes this whole thing work. A coach commits to personal and professional development. So oftentimes you guys, those of you that know me, you probably see me reading a lot of books, talking about podcasts I listen to or things like that. Personal development is basically anything, any form of knowledge or information that is intended to help you grow in a particular area. Now, it doesn't have to be just related to fitness or things like that. In fact, most of the things I read are not related to fitness. Personal development can be meant to help you with relationships, finances, self-confidence, faith, anything like that is personal development. Additionally, the professional development side of the thing, that's where we continue learning about Beachbody, about, being an entrepreneur, about, the new products and the programs we have, about taking advice and training and tips and resources and information from others in the Beachbody Coach Network. So that's kind of where you get the personal and the professional side of things there. You ultimately, you want to just continue growing, continue to strive to be a better version of you. A coach also recognizes and acknowledges success. Positive praise and positive reinforcement are like number one on the coaching requirements. Think about it, the challenge group you've been in, or maybe, even just seeing some stuff your coach does on social media. Everyone loves a shout out sometimes. Everyone loves that pat on the back. You know how good it makes you feel, right? Coaches are the cheerleaders. Coaches are there to recognize people when they are doing those good things, because that little bit of motivation sometimes often, helps people continue along. You get a little bit of positive reinforcement, it inspires you to keep going, right? And then finally, a coach has the opportunity to build and train a team of her own. This is an option for coaches who want to continue growing by ultimately leading a team of their own. And this is something that is kind of, there's no real time frame required in this should you choose to do it. It's something that kind of everyone does on their own pace. But I will say that this is how you have the potential to build significant income with coaching. It is that taking it a step further and, continuing to build a team of your own as well. So how does a coach earn money? There's actually two ways that we earn money. Number one is from commissions off of programs and products. So basically, I'll be blunt about it. We get 25%, 25% commission from all products or programs that we refer to others. And, the way that you do that is that you send potential customers to your website. I'll get into all that later, and this is things we can talk about down the road, but Beachbody maintains, your personal websites, your personalized links. So you can just send them to somebody and they can just click right on it and go right to the website and buy it, and they're already linked to you in the system. When that happens, when somebody does that, the general rule of thumb, there are some exceptions to the rule, but the general rule of thumb is going to be 25% commission. Now, we also have the potential to earn through team bonus. And this is, with that last step of the equation on the slide prior that I was talking about, where you are building a team of your own. If you are looking to make coaching, maybe a full-time thing, or have enough money to, achieve X, Y, and Z financial goals, this is the route you want to go. This is where the real kind of potential is to be unlocked. It is in this. Of course, more information on how you do that is provided, once you do actually decide to join our team. We don't want to overwhelm you with all of those details right now, but just know that it exists. So I always like to mention that in addition to the straight up money, there are some indirect earnings and incentives that we have as coaches. And I like to lump them in on this slide too, because there's more to it than just cash. In the indirect earnings category, I like to put things like, the chance to earn free trips. You guys are going to see me, those of you that have been friends with me longer than a year, you probably recall this time last year, we were on an all expense paid cruise. And it was just something that I earned through coaching. I also earned the $750 worth of onboard spending money that me and Phil didn't even know what to do with. You guys are going to see me start talking about it pretty soon, because I'm less than a month away from the trip I earned this year, which is Punta Cana. All-inclusive resort, so it's all-inclusive. And I earned $750 to spend on extras while I'm there. Again, don't know what we're going to do. We're thinking maybe swim with the dolphins, but that's besides the point. You guys, there is an opportunity to earn these other things, and I lump them in on this slide because I think they're worth noting. I wouldn't be probably affording to take us to Punta Cana, to an all-inclusive resort for a week, if it weren't for this opportunity, if I didn't essentially earn it for just doing what I do as a coach. Additionally, there's monthly thing. These trips are big, they're fun, they're exciting. They happen once a year. There are also monthly things that we earn. Prizes, freebies, gifts. I have a whole closet full of like Beachbody swag that I've gotten over the last 3.5 years in these monthly prizes. It can be anything from, like tank tops, hoodie, and apparel from the latest program launches. I have books. I've had the opportunity to attend webinars with authors and personal development, motivational speakers and things like that. And just all sorts of, what did we get last month? I got a Bluetooth speaker, a wireless Bluetooth speaker, and like an insulated cooler bag. So all kinds of things like this you have the opportunity to sort of get. So there's more to it than just, commission. You get a lot of opportunity to have a lot of other cool things too. So, if this is sort of starting to sound like something, you might be interested in, you're kind of wondering like, well, how does it all work? How do we even get this ball rolling? The enrollment is obviously going to be done through your coach. The coach that invited you to this webinar, that's who you would speak to. If you're interested, she'll take care of you, getting you walk through this setup process. Then you'll receive an invitation to our team pages. This is on Facebook. Your coach is your direct mentor in this business. But you are never, ever, ever alone. Like, aside from the fact that you have your coach with you, you have access to our entire team, Team HEARTcore. You see our logo like all over the slides here. We are a group of women, we are all different walks of life from all different parts of the country at all different areas in our fitness journey with all different areas of expertise. Like, we are not one cookie cutter type team or anything like that. But you have knowledge, so you have access to all of us. All of our knowledge, all of our training, all of our resources, all of our brain power, collaboration, all of that stuff. You get to be, you'll kind of find the people that are sort of at the same point in their coaching journey as you are in yours. And so you kind of have people, always with you to sort of move through this process with. Coaches that have been doing this for a while have tons of great, I always like to tell my team, I want them to learn things and figure out things way faster than I did. I want them to take the straight road, the straight path, when I took the zigzag and windy one. So, you have access to all of this expertise from people that have been doing this for a while. Another thing you want to do when you get started is kind of just a little bit of a goal setting session with your coach. It's kind of a time for you to get on the same page. You'll hear me say this a lot, not only on this webinar tonight, but, just throughout our team culture. I talk about a lot the fact that this business is yours to do with it what you want. And if you set your mind to it, there is absolutely nothing that is off limits with this thing. Your coach is here to help you accomplish those goals. The team is here to help you accomplish those goals. But your coach and the team are not here to do it for you. We're here to work with you, but you're not ever going to be pushed into doing something you don't want to do, dragged along into doing something you don't want to do. Your coach and this team will walk alongside you, but you ultimately set the pace. We also have a lot of both team and self-paced training. So this is just, training and information. There's a lot of information out there. It can be very overwhelming. We were all in the shoes of being a new coach at one point or another, so we all understand. But we have some training and things that are designed to help you kind of work through this. Learn how to begin getting comfortable sharing on social media if that's not something that you're into right now. How to build relationships, how to run challenge groups, all of these things. my team doesn't even know this yet, but I may or may not be in the process of even working on a new type of training module that we will be using and implementing in the future. But we have all these various vehicles and resources to kind of help you with your training. It just kind of goes back to the point I said before, where you're not alone. You're not going to be, okay, pushed into the deep end and like figure this thing out. That's not how it works. Additionally, Beachbody sets up your websites for you. So that's pretty nice. Like I was saying, you have websites that are customized to you that link, customers to you in the system. And Beachbody kind of sets all that up for you. So you don't have to be tech savvy to know how to do any of that stuff, which is very good for me. So this is a great question. How much time is required as a coach? And I will start by putting out the disclaimer that it varies. Once again, this is your business. So if you want to spend X number of hours a day doing it, have at it. If you want to spend this many hours a day, that's totally fine. There is no time requirement. There's no time clock, logging hours, none of that. But keep in mind that you get out of it what you put into it. So if you're thinking that you're going to build a significant business by working for 20 to 30 minutes a day, I'll burst that bubble right now and tell you that is definitely not true. But I would say anywhere from 1 to 3 hours a day is common. We often talk about building your business in your pockets. And this is not talking about money. Oftentimes people see this quote and they think it's talking about money. I'm talking about pockets of time. So for me, I work full time. So pockets of time for me include the drive into work. That's a great time for me to put on a podcast or a call, a replay of a call or something and listen to it and basically kill two birds with one stone. I'm often listening to personal development when I go running in the afternoon as well. Lunch hour at work, popping into my groups. Evenings, morning, little chunks of time here and there. I don't usually have 3 hours solid back to back to back in a day. So I work in the little pockets of time that I do have available. Sometimes people think oh, well, I'm already so busy. How am I going to ever fit this in? Because we're all busy. People love to wear busy as a badge of courage these days. We are all busy. But if something is important to you, you will find time to make it happen. Maybe you do your workout while your baby takes a nap. Or maybe you send messages on your lunch break. Maybe you sacrifice 1 hour of binge watching Netflix a day or a week, whatever. You can work from your phone. This business is so mobile. It is so convenient to just basically do it anywhere and everywhere. So you really can easily fit into a busy schedule if you have a busy schedule. There's plenty of coaches in this business that, that are successful and work full-time jobs. There are plenty of coaches in this business that are full-time stay-at-home moms and dads. You can really find a way that you'll pretty much find a coach that meets any professional criteria that you want, any level of busyness, if you will, and they're finding a way to be successful because they believe in this thing. I like to cover also, fees that are involved, just so that everyone knows kind of what we have to do. People are always wondering what the catch is. Thankfully, there really aren't any. There is a $40 enrollment fee when you sign up as a coach. However, if anytime in the past you have purchased a challenge pack from your coach, so that means that you purchased a program and Shakeology, or a program and the Beachbody Performance line, one of those package deals, where everything came all bundled together, and probably if you're participating in a challenge group, you did this, that fee is waived. So your startup fee to start this business is $0. The only other fee that we have here is $15.95 monthly business fee. And this goes for some of the things I've already alluded to. The fact that Beachbody maintains your websites and updates all of that stuff. You do not have to be tech savvy to figure out how to run your websites. It is literally all laid out there for you. And in my opinion, that is well worth $15 alone. Beachbody also, we're not one of those companies where I don't have a stack of Shakeology sitting in my closet and I don't ship it out to you when you purchase it. Beachbody handles all the shipping and the handling of products. Beachbody on our websites, they provide us with a constantly updating library of trainings and resources. They also handle all of our accounting, direct deposit, business tracking, all of these forms and reports you can generate that help you learn and know about your business. Beachbody handles all of that for you. So that's just some of the things I like to let people know what that $15.95 actually actually goes towards. And that's that. Now, I know that some of you may be thinking, well, okay, I'm going to be paying money like monthly to be a coach. How is this ever going to be worth it for me? So I use the example of Shakeology here. If you purchase Shakeology a la carte, just go on Beachbody's website and buy Shakeology. It's $130 plus shipping plus tax. I've seen it get up to like as high as like $145, $150-ish, depending on the shipping to where you live, right? So let's just say $130. The coach price on Shakeology right off the bat, because coaches get a discount on everything, is $90. So you go from $130 to $90. So right there, that's like a $40 savings. So even just using the basic Shakeology alone example, even if that's the only thing that you buy in a month is Shakeology, you're saving $40 straight out the gate with your coach discount. So when you factor in the fact that you paid $15.95 for your coach fee, let's just roughly say you're still saving $20 a month. I don't know about any of you, but I'm a penny pincher, I'm a coupon user, I'm a bargain shopper. So the opportunity to even save $20 a month is appealing to me, especially when it is for something as good and high quality and delicious as Shakeology. So, like I said, we also get 25% off, the Beachbody Performance line. You might Energize and Recover that I am seriously missing right now in my 30-day cleanse, but I will be able to have them again next week. Apparel. The Shakeology programs. I know most of you probably have Beachbody On Demand. I will say that the one thing that's not discounted is the Beachbody On Demand membership. You guys probably either are paying like the $99 annual membership, or you have like the $38 quarterly one. It's because it costs Beachbody the same amount of money for a coach to use and stream those workouts via that platform as it does for anyone else. So that's kind of the only thing we don't get a discount on. But if you have Beachbody On Demand, you know how awesome it is, and you probably don't care anyway. So I'm going to actually turn it over to, there's a couple other coaches from our team that are on the call tonight, and they're going to help me out here with this part about some of the common coaching misconceptions that we have. So first I'm going to turn it over to Katie, and she's going to debunk a few myths for you guys. And then she's going to toss it over to Michelle, who will pick it up with a few more myths. So Katie, you can take it away whenever you are ready.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. The first major misconception is that I can't be a coach because I'm not a good salesperson. And I know that when I started, this was definitely something I did not want to be a salesperson. I don't know how many of you, how many of your news feeds on Facebook is constantly bombarded by your other friends who are in other network marketing companies that just post product posts and buy this, buy this, buy this. I did not want to be that person. That really drives me crazy. But our company is really, really different because how you build your business and your market is just by putting yourself out there, by posting about your workouts and being just being somebody that people want to follow and being inspiring, and we motivate and we get people to believe in themselves and believe in their ability to do the exact same things that we're doing. We don't want to be fake. We don't want to have people think that we're some kind of superheroes and we're not normal. We share our lives. I am a stay-at-home mom, have 5 kids, so I'm constantly sharing how crazy that can be, the chaos and the mess in my house. I don't hide any of that. I'm being very authentic, and by sharing who the real me is I'm attracting that same kind of people to me, and I really connect with other stay-at-home moms, other large family moms. I also live on a farm, so I connect with other ag moms. So it's really easy once I get to have those people in my market, it's really easy to talk with them and share about what I do, and it's just a very natural conversation to get into. Let's see, what Another thing that we do is that we listen to people's to their struggles. I mean, health and fitness, it's really personal. You know, whether somebody has a weight loss journey that they need to go on, or if they're just looking to feel better about themselves on the inside, it's really personal. So you need to be that person that is there to listen to them and to offer solutions to whatever they're looking for, and just be that friend, not a salesperson. You're not there to sell them a product, no matter what's going on. You know, you talk to them, you figure out exactly what they're dealing with, and then if we have something that can help them, then you suggest it for them. And also, you know, with a lot of companies, once you buy a product from them, you know, that's it. The representative doesn't really have anything else to do with you. But when somebody purchases like a challenge pack from us, or Shakeology or something, that's when our real job begins, because that is when we need to be there to be the support for them through their journey, and just to motivate them, and really lift them up when they're going through that. Because, you know, getting started is really hard, and then when they stumble or when they fall off the wagon a little bit, they need you there to lift them up and motivate them, and just believe that they can finish it, and they can reach their goals. So I think that is just a really great thing about this, is you don't have to be a salesperson. All right, next slide. Okay, now here is also another one that I was really worried about when I began, because I live in a very small town, like 300 people. And I mean like 300, not like 300,000 or 3,000. It's 300. So I was really worried about not being able to have a big enough market. There are already a couple of other Beachbody coaches in the area, and so I was kind of worried that maybe I wasn't going to be able to do very good at this job. But it goes back to sharing your life and being authentically you, because you begin to attract people that are like you, and there is only one you in this world. You know, it doesn't matter if there are, you know, 5 or 6 other Beachbody coaches in your friends list. You are the only you, and you are going to attract people that are like you, and those are the people that you are going to want to work with. And one of the really great things about this is we get to work on social media, whether you're on Facebook or on Instagram or Snapchat, you know, any of those platforms. There is an infinite number of people that you have the ability to connect with. And if they see your stuff and they really, what you're writing resonates with them, then they're going to want to follow you. They're going to want to work with you. And so you just, every day I go on and I search for people that maybe have mutual friends. I have reconnected with so many old high school classmates and childhood friends that I had lost touch with. And so that is really great to be able to reconnect with all of those old friends. And so, I mean, that's one of the great things about this, is you don't have to have a huge friends list. You can build on that. And let's see. Yeah, and also, like Sarah had mentioned, there is so much training offered through our team page, and you go onto YouTube and you can search just about anything to get yourself more knowledgeable about the products. I have been researching Shakeology a lot, so I can talk about that more confidently. And so you're never alone, and there's always so many different things that you can do. And you really just go out and you make this business your own. You be you, and you put in the time and the effort. You be a product of the product, and so yeah, you really don't need to have a huge network of friends to begin. You can build on what you have, and your team is going to be there to support you any way we can. Michelle, I'll let you take it from here. Is she on? Michelle?
On.
You're on mute.
Better?
Much better.
Good Lord, it's been a long day. I'm sorry. Okay. So another myth that people tend to think is that you have to be at a specific or certain goal weight in order to be a quote unquote coach, which is totally not true. In fact, you're more of a relatable person for people to connect with if you are not at your goal weight. If you are a work in progress, which I can guarantee that 99% of coaches in this business are still a work in progress, they're easier to relate with than somebody who is 100% perfect. And we know that's not even possible either. So the more that you are working on your journey and sharing it with others and sharing your struggles and sharing your what we call non-scale victories, your clothes are fitting better, or just certain things like that, that's more relatable to somebody who might be following you and seeing what you're doing than to somebody who's like, oh, look at me over here with my six-pack abs and that's all I'm ever going to show you and my life is completely perfect. But that's not true. We don't want you to be at your goal weight. We want you to be on a journey. That's what this is. It's a journey. It's a lifestyle change and a lifestyle journey, not only for you, but for your family as well. But more importantly, you're doing this for you. And so you want to be able to connect with those who might be having the same, I don't know if if you have, let's say diabetes, and you're trying to work on that with getting your weight under control and your nutrition in check. You're more relatable to that person than, say, me, who does not have diabetes. I wouldn't have no clue. And so I wouldn't know how to go about that. So goal weight is not a specific requirement. It is, in fact, we don't want you to be at your goal weight. We want you to inspire people. We want you to share your journey, share your struggles, like I said. And we're not perfect. None of us is perfect. So that's just a big, I've even had people tell me that, nope, I can't do it because I'm not at my goal weight. And I'm like, you don't have to be at your goal weight. And they're like, no, really, I do. And I'm like, no, really, you don't. So just know that there are people who are thinking that and who actually come out and say it. And you don't have to be at your goal weight. We don't want you to be. You are more of you when you are sharing your journey. In fact, we have a Beachbody coach, Coach Tulin, who actually started out she was, I think, over 350 pounds. And she started, progress each day, and she gradually worked herself up. And I believe she's lost over 100 pounds now. And she's still on her journey, and she relates more to those who are overweight like her because she can connect with them on a certain level that, like I wouldn't be able to, or, certain people wouldn't be able to. So just remember that it's not about being perfectly fit at a perfect weight. It's about being on a journey and sharing that journey with others. Next slide. Is the certification or expertise required? Absolutely not. I am in no way, shape, or form a nutritionist, nor am I a personal trainer. The only qualification I have is I'm an RN. I can help you a smidge with from what I can remember from class and doing stuff, I can help you a little bit with your nutrition. And from what I've learned, I've learned stuff. I've did my research on things, but no, there's absolutely no certification required. There are people who are personal trainers, and then that's great, and they do well with that. Those of us who are everyday people like myself, like Sarah, like Katie, we've done our research, and we know what works, and we have found different avenues, and we've found things that don't work. So just know that this is for anybody, not just specific people. And not having those types of requirements, but there are certifications you can get through Team Beach or through Beachbody in different platforms, different programs that you can teach, and that makes you more knowledgeable in that platform. Like Katie and myself, and there's another coach on this team, we're all Country Heat Live instructors. So we get the advantage of teaching the class to others and helping them work on their goals. So there's a few of those avenues that you can go to, and that just makes you more knowledgeable, and people will relate to you better that way as well. They'll see that you know what you're talking about, and that you know what you're doing, and it'll be easier for them to come to you if they have questions, especially those who might be in a class. So don't think that there's any formal training that you need to have. The only formal training you need to have is to be you, and share your journey with everybody and anybody who's willing to listen. And that's what we do on social media, so, but don't worry, you don't have to know everything. Like it's been mentioned, there's plenty of trainings, there's plenty of YouTube videos that you can find, there's plenty of stuff in Team Beachbody that you can find in our own group team pages. We have lots of information for you guys. So we're all here. We all help each other with questions. We bounce questions off everybody. So don't ever feel like Sarah said, don't ever feel like you're alone, because, there's a few of us who have been in here for a while, and we still have questions, and we still bounce, and so it's okay. So I think that's it for me.
Awesome. Thank you guys both for being willing to hop on and share. And it just kind of goes to show, those of you that are on this call, that we do have coaches. You've just seen a little snippet of it. Coaches, who come from all different backgrounds and have all different levels of experience and all different interests and all different markets of people they relate to. Like there is no one cookie cutter model that defines the word coach. So this kind of wraps up our formal presentation. Since we are right about the 40-minute mark, and that's kind of where I like to cap it, I am going to skip on the Q&A portion. So if you do have still outstanding questions that are remaining at the end of this call, I just ask you to please reach out to the coach that invited you here. Similarly, if you are thinking that this is sounding like something you would like to, get your feet wet with, start learning about, contact the coach that invited you here, and she can give you the enrollment instructions in addition to answering any additional questions that you have. Remember, the challenge pack purchase anytime in the past is going to waive your $40 enrollment fee. And then once you get signed up as a coach, we'll be able to get you plugged into the team pages, some of that team training, the things like that, so you can actually start getting your feet wet with this. I do like to mention that there are also, like I talked about in the time requirement slide, there's sort of different levels of involvement you can have. If this is sounding like something you think like you're definitely interested in, you want to jump in and we'll start getting you trained right away. There's also people that just really like to do this and kind of be a fly on the wall for a little while, take advantage of that 25% discount on your Shakeology and the products that you use and love so much, while kind of observing and watching in the team page. And as you feel comfortable, you can sort of get your feet wet, co-run a challenge group, hop in, invite some friends, do things like that. So just know that there's sort of all different levels that we can work with you on throughout your coaching journey here and your involvement in this team. So let me just get out of here and stop sharing my screen. Of course, this train's going by right now. And yeah, once again, just thank you guys for spending a little bit of time with us here tonight. We definitely, you can tell we are passionate about what we do as coaches. We love what we do as coaches. We are always looking for more passionate people who have a servant's heart to join our team. And we know that, the more people on our team, it's like a ripple effect. The more people that are on our team, the more people we can collectively help. And the circle just kind of gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it goes out, starts with us. So we really have passion and excitement for that happening. So once again, thank you guys for joining us. Those of you that are going to be catching this via the recording, we are glad that you took the time also to watch this. And we definitely look forward to welcoming some of you to our team if you feel like this is something that you are being called to do. So thanks, guys. I'm going to stop the recording and end the call, and we will talk to you all very soon. Have a good night.